The weather undergoes various seasons of change, from the snowy winters to the sunny summers and the colorful springs. It is remarkable how the weather follows its own set of rules and time frames for each season. Similarly, our lives also go through different seasons. We can go from feeling joyful and close to the Lord in one season to experiencing a season where we perceive God as distant and our prayers seemingly unanswered. These seasons are characterized by wrestling with doubts and questions, wondering if God hears us or if He is still by our side. They test our faith and resilience, as every Christian experiences moments of weakness in their faith. However, we can find comfort in the fact that our God is Emmanuel, always with us in every season, whether it be good or bad. Faith is often discussed when things are going well, with people attributing their success to having faith. It is also recommended to have faith when words fail to provide solace during difficult times. Some individuals may appear unaffected by life's challenges and attribute it to their faith. But what does faith really mean? Hebrews 11 verse 1 defines faith as the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11 verse 6 states that without faith, it is impossible to please God, as those who come to Him must believe that He exists and rewards those who earnestly seek Him. Faith prompts us to act on what we have yet to experience. To believe in promises in the Bible that have not yet been fulfilled, and to trust God even when our circumstances remain unchanged. Consider the story of David and Goliath from the Bible. David, a mere shepherd boy, faced the giant Goliath who was mocking God's people. Despite his initial lack of stature and experience as a warrior, David's faith in God allowed him to confront Goliath. He trusted that God, who had rescued him from the claws of lions and bears, would also deliver him from the Philistine. David's unwavering faith in God resulted in the defeat of the giant and the salvation of his people. This story illustrates the incredible potential of a life rooted in faith, where God's presence empowers us. When we are in a right relationship with God, we never face turmoil alone. We have the Creator of the universe on our side, providing stability amidst life's uncertainties. Faith can transform our lives, enabling us to mature and wholly rely on Jesus Christ. When we place our trust in God, He becomes our strength, especially when faced with seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Therefore, it is crucial to place our hope and faith not in the promises of man or our own resources, but in the promises of an everlasting God. As children of God, we are encouraged to trust Him. Trusting the Lord means acknowledging that we don't need to have all the answers because we know the one who does. We don't need to know every detail of His plan because we know the planner. We don't need to know the why if we know the one who holds the answers. Trusting God requires committing everything we do to Him, relying on His help and guidance. As we trust in Him, our innocence shines forth, and His justice prevails in our lives. Waiting on the Lord is an essential aspect of trust. Isaiah 40 verse 31 assures us that those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength, mount up with wings like eagles, run without growing weary, and walk without fainting. Waiting on God requires worship, prayer, and meditation on His Word. We must never give up on waiting for God's timing because He will provide blessings and opportunities when the time is right. Trusting in God's timing and unwavering word brings strength and divine intervention. Lord allows us to face the future with confidence. It means acknowledging that we may not have all the answers, but we have Jesus who holds our lives in his hands. No matter what comes against us, we can find protection and security in him. Faith and trust often require us to walk in the unknown. They are not tangible or controllable, but rather they are a deep conviction and assurance in the unseen. We may try to control every aspect of our lives, but the truth is that the most significant things are beyond our control. We can exercise, eat healthy, and take precautions, yet illness can still find its way into our lives. We can build sturdy structures, but the forces of nature can easily overpower them. These moments remind us that we are not in control. But they also remind us of the purpose of our faith. Faith allows us to be comfortable even in times of uncertainty and lack of control. We trust that God has a plan, and he will have the final say. We should ask God to help us embrace this space of not knowing, to find comfort not in having all the answers, but in knowing who holds our future. Jesus is the answer, and when we trust him wholeheartedly, we can face any situation with confidence. Psalm 37 verses 3-6 encourages us to trust in the Lord, do good, and delight in him. When we commit everything we do to the Lord and trust in him, he guides our steps and grants the desires of our hearts. Our faith in God radiates like the dawn, and his justice shines brightly in our lives. Faith can be summarized as doing our part, which is to trust God to do his part. Our role is to believe, to stand on his promises, and to leave the rest to him. We stand firm on the truth that nothing is impossible with God. Are we truly doing our part? Are we unwavering in our belief and trust in his word? Faith is not about having all the answers or controlling every outcome. It is about placing our trust in the one who holds our lives and our future. It is about finding comfort and strength in the midst of uncertainties, knowing that God has a plan and he will bring it to fruition in his perfect timing. So, let us press on through our struggles, holding on to our faith and waiting on God. He will meet us at our point of need. We are called to trust him, not because we have all the answers, but because we know who our answer is, Jesus. In conclusion, our lives go through changing seasons, just like the weather. In these seasons, we may experience doubts, questions, and challenges that test our faith. But we can find comfort in knowing that God is with us in every season, providing stability and strength. Faith and trust in the Lord allow us to face uncertainties with confidence, knowing that he holds our future. We may not have all the answers, but we have Jesus, who is the answer to all things. Let us commit everything to him, trust in his promises, and find comfort in his presence.